Now, your 41 NBC AccuWeather forecast, presented by Volume Chevrolet.
Well, welcome back. Sun going down over Macon. A lot of cloud cover still out there, and maybe there'll be a few more people out and about tonight or tomorrow night, as these are the warmest nights of the week, both for tonight and tomorrow. A little bit of shower activity going on, though. It's mainly going to be confined along this kind of line that you're seeing set up here through, like, say, Montezuma, Warner Robins, Ivy, Tennell. Largely, that rain will stay northwest of that line. A couple of showers could be possible further south, but we'll have better chances for that tomorrow. Again, the counties that have newly been added to that watch that is going to be in effect until 10 a.m. on Monday morning. So there's still a lot to deal with when it comes to the system, but very mild conditions tonight, mid-40s. Tomorrow night will be low 40s, so not much different. As mentioned, the two warmest nights of the week. The showers remaining possible as you go through your Friday afternoon. Again, a little more widespread with those for tomorrow, as well as the first part of your Saturday. Very isolated in nature with those showers, but we shift our attention to the west where we see this low setting up, and during Saturday afternoon, it starts over as rain in Mississippi, and in the Magnolia State, that largely shifts over to ice. But in the Yellowhammer State, we mainly see that staying as rain. A bit of a warm nose kind of staying in this area here. Notice the shape of this warm front. You notice it's not just, typical, just straight off to the east. And the reason for that is the cold air damming that happens on the eastern side of the Appalachians. Notice the wind direction coming in from the northeast. That's pulling that colder air a little further south. So Saturday night, we see this shift from rain into freezing rain here in the Peach State because of that cold air damming. That's not much of a factor over in Alabama. But as we go through Sunday afternoon, temperatures are going to warm back up some, especially over the southern half of the region. We're probably going to still be limited to the 30s in our northeastern counties, the ones that are staying under that watch until 10 a.m. on Monday. But those of us further south, we could see spots getting up towards, say, 50, 60 degrees late on Sunday. More on that in a little bit. Here you can see just kind of the outline of what is expected a little bit in regards of this weekend. Memphis, that looks like a really bad situation. Raleigh could be bad, even Atlanta, because you're talking about flat icing numbers of about half an inch, which would equate to radial icing numbers for like Atlanta and Raleigh that are close to, about a tenth of an inch, a little more than that. But for Memphis, that's almost half an inch in terms of ice that's accumulating on, say, power lines or tree branches. So there's going to be some widespread power outages that happen over in, say, Arkansas, northern Mississippi, and western Tennessee, and possibly even parts of Georgia, North Carolina, and maybe even eastern Tennessee. Now, you do see these are mainly just showers as we continue through the remainder of the work week. Tomorrow's highs should largely get to the lower 60s or upper 50s, and then tomorrow night, as mentioned, the low temperatures a little cooler than tonight. I'm thinking low 40s out the door Saturday morning. We should see temperatures climb a little bit in the afternoon. I do think this is being rather cold. I wouldn't be shocked if we saw some spots gain towards 50 degrees Saturday afternoon. But do we go to the overnight and we see how temperatures are getting below freezing in some of these northern counties? And the key here is your ground temperature has to be freezing. All the precipitation is going to be rain. If you start seeing flakes, it's not freezing rain. The key is that it is rain until it hits the surface, and then it freezes on the surface, which makes that glaze that is ever so slippery. Notice we start getting into Sunday at lunchtime, temperatures still hovering around freezing, but going above it into the evening. And notice how we're seeing 60s over the southern half of the region. There's a possibility we got some thunderstorms going on Sunday night. I don't expect any severe weather with this. It will be too cold for that, but that is a nice change of pace, and everybody's seeing that as rain. The big concern is once this rain does stop, temperatures are going back below freezing Monday morning. So some black ice will be possible for a number of us. But I don't expect things to be completely glazed over by Monday morning because we are going to warm up Sunday evening for the majority of the region. That concern really would just lie in our northeastern counties. Again, flat icing. This is what's going to accumulate on roadways, sidewalks. When it comes to what's, power outage affecting, you look at your radial icing. That's what, accretes and also accumulates on, say, electrical poles, wires, and tree branches, and the number you're looking for there is 1/4 of an inch, and we're not going anywhere near that. Your extended forecast is coming up in 10 seconds.
Every new Volume Chevrolet comes with our exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty, 24-hour roadside assistance, and oil changes for life.
Volume Chevrolet.
Your 41 NBC AccuWeather 7-day forecast is brought to you by Volume Chevrolet. It actually just occurred to me that this 50 is an overnight high from Friday into Saturday. So we actually are probably going to be more towards mid-40s on Saturday afternoon, not 50s. That is an overnight high. But you do see we get warm Sunday. That's late in the evening because of that warm front, but we do plummet down below freezing Sunday night. Don't know if you'll need to drip your faucets here. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but there's going to be several nights this coming week where that will be a necessity. Very cold week. All those temperatures well below the average.